What's good, everyone? I'm here today, Treble Six, to talk to you about Marathon, specifically the Marathon Server Slam that occurred over the weekend. And I just want to give some of my thoughts personally and some of my personal ideas and opinions on the topic. The game, made by Bungie after being acquired by Sony, I got to play it over the weekend during their server slam. I guess they're trying to test the servers and get it appropriate fix, kind of like a feedback for everyone to play. And I put a little over 13 hours into actual gameplay playing it. And honestly, after playing the game for so long, I walked away with it being very positive. I thought the game was really good. I actually had a lot of positive thoughts about the game, and I think overall, Bungie made a pretty good game right here. Now, when it comes to extraction shooters, honestly, the genre is kind of niche. There's only really Tarkov, which I've played a couple hundred hours of. There's Arc Raiders, which I have put 0 hours into because I haven't played it. And then there's Delta Force, which I also have not played. But honestly, the genre is kind of niche. I think Arc Raiders really kind of blew up past its popularity, and it's kind of become the poster child of extraction shooters. So Sony saw that, hey, extraction shooters are really big. Let's make our own. Get Bungie working on it. So they came off working from Destiny and Destiny 1 and 2 into an extraction shooter genre. And it's based off the Marathon franchise, which Bungie worked on back in the 90s. I personally have not played it at all. I know there's definitely some connections to the lore. I did watch the Mandalore videos years ago, back when he made all those videos on him. I'm sure there's a lot of cool story beats that I don't understand and that I'm pretty sure longtime fans would understand and enjoy. But basically, the plot is that there is a marathon ship that crash landed on a planet hundreds of years ago, and that we play as these shells or these consciousnesses. Our consciousness is transferred into these shells, and we need to loot and extract everything on this planet, this colony that was long abandoned. And that's pretty much the game. You go around completing contracts for other corporations that all have an interest in this planet. Come back with loot, we sell it, we make money. We go in again, we get more loot, we sell it, repeat. Or die trying. I want to talk a little bit about the art style. Personally, the art style is what initially attracted me to the game. I truthfully was not exactly convinced to play the game before out of every other games that I could play, but what honestly drew me to this game was the aesthetic. The game definitely incorporates a lot of Eastern, Korean and Japanese cyberpunk aesthetics. It looks like they took a lot of stuff from like Ghost in the Shell, Evangelion, a lot of other cyberpunk aesthetics mixed in with a bunch of neon, a lot of striking visuals. There's some parts in the game that really look cool too. There's just a lot of cool levels in the game. There's like one area in one of the levels that is just like completely red. The entire area is just this strobe red look that just really looks cool. There's a lot of style and soul put into the aesthetics from the UI. It's just really striking, really cool. The agents, the NPCs that you talk to, kind of for the story stuff, they all have really cool designs. I really like it. I just have to say that it has a really cool, unique feel, a really cool, unique look that really makes it stand out. And it's honestly what initially attracted me to playing this game. I needed to check out what they managed to cook up with it. It was really cool. Pretty much what I did, there's teams of 3. You can play solo as well, but I played in the trios for every single playthrough of this game. And I really was appreciative of the game. Now, I know playing with randoms is kind of a mixed bag sometimes, but overall, I feel like the people who were playing on this server slam were people who actually like knew how to play extraction shooters. They weren't someone who just picked up the genre for the first time. Basically, what this gameplay involves is that you pick these shells, as mentioned earlier. They all have special abilities. They have different movement abilities, different active abilities, and essentially what's an ultimate ability, where each one basically has some sort of really powerful ability on a cooldown. I played the majority of this destroyer shell, which basically its ultimate is just a barrage of rockets at an enemy. You start shooting at an enemy, and then the rockets start shooting at them too, and it does massive damage. The other ability they have is a giant force field shield that blocks all bullets, which admittedly seemed not that helpful, but it did help me out in a few couple of places. It even changes the camera into a third person view, which is interesting. I kind of like that. Other abilities involve a shell called Triage, which its ultimate actually lets you revive players from far away, which I think definitely shows that this game is definitely geared towards a lot of team play. As well as there's contracts that you can fulfill in the game, which are basically little missions that you can only do while in game. But what's also kind of cool is that these little missions, these little contracts that you get rewards for, they actually can be completed with your team. So, for example, there's some missions that like involve killing other players. You actually benefit that from your team as well. Your teammates can actually get the kills and it will count towards you. There's also other looting, like, you know, say grab this much of this resource, and if your teammates grab it too, you all benefit from it. So again, a lot of the team play is really incorporated, really nice. There's also proximity chat, so that's always fun. You can definitely always brag to other players. I'm gonna be honest though, I really did not ever in my entire time hear anybody else play from other teams, so I guess it exists, but in my personal experience I did not hear any of it. And in this game you have your typical guns. You've got your assault rifles, you've got your pistols, you've got your shotguns, you've got your sniper rifles, you've got your light machine guns, you've got it all. You even have a knife that when you use it you run faster, kind of like it's Counter-Strike, which was kind of funny. All these guns feel really good to use. The gunplay feels really responsive. The recoil isn't really that bad, admittedly. I feel like you can honestly hold down the fire button for a lot of times. And, you know, I play on mouse and keyboard, so I was able to easily keep the recoil and spread pretty controlled. A lot of the guns are really nice to use. The shotgun is really powerful. There's a double barrel shotgun that pretty much will kill any player with its 2 shells, which probably is how a shotgun should work in a video game. You know, shotguns in video games are always very contested, but it was pretty strong. The time to kill players with guns felt pretty quick. You could honestly 1v3 a team not too horribly if you had good positioning and pre-fire. It's kind of hard to react if you're getting shot first, but there are shields that are really strong. Actually, later in the playthrough, I actually got a purple shield, which was one of the best shields in the game. I actually noticed the difference between the basic regular shield, the upgraded shield, and then the purple shield. I was able to survive a lot longer with it, and it really helped out in a couple of firefights. So overall, I really enjoyed the gameplay. The moment-to-moment gameplay was really nice against the other players. The other enemies that you fight besides other players are these USEC robots of different types. There's your basic enemies. There's your basic robots. There's ones that go invisible. There's ones that have heavy weaponry. There's ones that have a shield, kind of like the destroyer shield that you can eventually break and destroy. And a lot of them have a lot of the stronger ones have a lot of health, a lot of shield. That definitely makes you see that, you know, a lot of this game is based around team play. Like, for example, the shield enemy, obviously you can just keep shooting them eventually, but what's probably smarter is having your teammate shoot it while you or your other teammate flank around it and shoot it from behind. Enemies can be pretty powerful though. If you're not prepared, or you have basic gear, it's probably actually best to just run away sometimes, and better not to engage. They can easily overwhelm you, and they can easily destroy you. It's definitely not always something you want to fight. From what I understand, they're going to have a new season in season 2, kind of like every live service game ever, because every live service game ever needs to have a season lasting longer. But from what I understand, all the post-launch content will be free, no expansion or DLC required. So they're going to have apparently new maps called Cryo Archive. They're going to also have a ranked mode, where a ranked ladder that you'll climb, try to get more rewards, and other more weapons, implants, and so on. So that's kind of what Marathon was. Honestly, I really did enjoy the time that I played with the game. It had pretty much everything that I kind of liked from Tarkov, but it had a lot of movement, and it basically just felt like super speed Tarkov, which I really enjoyed. Really fun, really enjoyable. And overall, I just really had a good time playing the game. The constant loop of shooting, looting, gear fear, all the usual trappings of an extraction shooter, I really enjoyed. Overall, I was really happy with the game.